All right, hopefully it's loud enough. It's loud in here for you guys to hear what we have to say. We've got a big moment here. After a number of days and probably dozens of opportunities of hilarious names and none that were accepted by someone over here, we're about to announce the trail name. I don't know, we had so many different stinky feet style names.
I don't know what you're talking about. I smell like roses for the past 5 days. So.
Nowhere on him does it smell like roses. But either way, I think over the last few days, probably 3 different times, I thought of it. The family had all talked before even bringing it up, and well, rather than keeping any more suspense, for a number of reasons, we decided on the trail name of Hermit. One, because we realized Greg is not the best in social gatherings, even on the mountains with a bunch of who knows who's. Who knows who's? Who knows who's? Oops, Daisy, messed that one up. But Hermit works in many ways. Done a lot of hikes up at Hermit Park. We all have, and grew up there. He's the one to carry this on and bring it around the world, and so hopefully gives him some more attention to Hermit Ventures. Hermit Ventures, not Ventures, it's Ventures. So Hermit over here can actually have a name rather than saying, I don't know who this dipshit is over here. Now he's actually got a name. I feel like I was going to say something else, but other than some...
Kid friendly, not dipstick.
I said dipstick, right?
Oh, okay. Hook.
Oh. Not one last, I probably forgot about 5 different things. If you guys recall the movie Hook, you're going to put something on here now? Good, you can cover this part up. So with Hook, the movie Hook with Peter Pan, you might have heard of him, Robin Williams, he said, who doubted me? And I said this for the first few days and I couldn't show him, we didn't have service, I had to show him, I was like, this is the bum you look like, just like him, maybe a little less gray.
Here he is, right here.
Or earlier, like I just said earlier, so you can do both. We're not very good at this. Someone's not, someone is.
I'm not paying attention to a word you say.
Either way, folks, here's Hermit and Oopsy Daisy. Hope you join them at the end of the trail. And you're welcome for everything.
More to come.
More to come.
Test.
Sit back here and talk. That's what we actually need here, Dick. Was this just a test?
Test.
All right, so if we're talking normal
and a beautiful person.
No one agrees. Now stop it.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We just finished up dinner at Hiawassee Seafood, which was awesome, other than walking in the rain from the Holiday Inn, showing up there 10 minutes early, and then making us wait outside until they opened.
Southern hospitality.
But it was damn good food.
It was.
Other than that, it was
and we
good.
got some pudding.
Got some free pudding. So we are just going to put together a short video that explains lessons learned over the first week. I can tell you all of my prep for the AT, a lot of it relied on everything that I learned from fellow YouTubers, so this is just my way of... Ooh, that was close.
Keep going.
This is just my way of paying it forward. Hopefully everyone out there that's trying to do this in 2021 or in the future will get something from this video and help you prep as you move forward to do your own thru hike. So I'll kind of kick things off and start with the big things that I took away from week 1. The number one being... Sorry, we were overdue with our grooming. We didn't get enough on the trail, so we did take a break.
That's nice.
That's nice. Good segue into my first point, though, which is you have got to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And that applies across a wide range of things, whether it be your feet throbbing every day from feet hurting and throbbing every day from hiking. Georgia is no joke. There are a lot of rocks.
No one's kidding around here.
A lot of rocks. It's a roller coaster. It's no joke. So your feet are gonna hurt. Back issues. So the I think it was the third day, right, when I started having shoulder issues.
It's called the shoulder, not a back. Those are two different things, Greg. I'm sorry, Hermie.
I had both issues.
Both of them?
Both of them. And that's why I took a 0, really. But pain in the back and shoulders. But more importantly, if you are like me, and I know you might disagree, but usually I don't stink as bad as I did this first week. And it's very difficult going from, hiking and going home and showering every day to getting out in the woods, hiking 15, 16 miles a day, and, not having to shower. So everything that I read says, you know what, just embrace it. You'll deal with it sooner or later. I'm not there yet. I think I'm pretty self-conscious, too, just because of the amount that you told me I stunk.
Yeah, you should be.
From my feet to my pits, everything, right?
To bring it back to my points, what night was it when you cleared out the shelter?
I didn't clear out any shelter.
What night was it when I walked into the shelter and said, "Oh, God, what is that?" And I saw you over there taking off your socks.
That was night 1.
That was night 1. You had a shower that morning. So,
That means I worked harder than you.
Yeah. Stinky's going to happen.
No, I'm serious, though. Like, if you're not used to that, and
Hopefully
I'm
not.
actually making a change. Like, everything I read leading up to this was, don't take deodorant. It's stupid. Won't make a difference. Nothing.
D.O. for the B.O. That's what I always say.
I'm going to bring it this next week and see if it makes a difference, and we'll go from there.
It helped me. I brought deodorant, and even if it's just a mental thing, like you put it on, I got to waft every once in a while. It's a little less, and I think it helps. So,
mind you, it's February. So, come July, I don't know how this is going to work, but my number one point and takeaway is you've got to be comfortable being uncomfortable out here on many different aspects. Do you want me to move on to my next one? Or would you like to?
Please.
Would you like to?
Please.
Sir. Oopsie daisy.
I don't have anything. I
Okay.
just wrote a bunch of letters.
Second point. Trekking poles. Hold on, I gotta fix my hair. I do not usually hike with trekking poles. In fact, I think in my gear video I said I don't like trekking poles. I don't hike with them. I don't need them. But I'm bringing them because of my Z-Pack duplex tent. I need them. It did not take long for me to figure out how important these things are for hiking and backpacking every day. Day 1, I had issues with my hands, right? And I've had this happen before.
One of his possibility trail names was Stiff Arm because he wouldn't move his arms at all while he walked. And he wondered why they had some swelling, edema. Well, no.
Thanks for the commentary, Oopsie Daisy.
Yeah, I'll keep going. No problem.
What I was getting at was I have had hands that kept swelling up, and I've had that happen in the past when I was hiking, and I always thought it was a hydration issue, like I wasn't hydrating enough, and they were just swelling up. But that was not the issue at all, because Oopsie Daisy was behind me, as usual, on trail, and he said that I was not using my arms. So I think that was the first clue that I needed to start doing something as I was hiking. So the next day I started using my trekking poles, and I did not have an issue at all. On the same topic, I'm going to let you talk, because you started this hike without any trekking poles, right? And you made it to Neil's Gap.
Sure enough did.
On the second day. I mean, we had 2 fairly big days for people who don't do a whole lot of backpacking. So.
And I've pretty much never been wrong in my life. And I always admit when I'm wrong. And I almost was wrong, but I wasn't quite as wrong as, would be enough to admit. but I should have started with trekking poles. We both should have started. And
Yeah.
should have kept going with them. I do like side steps going down, and 33-ish miles total his first 2 days.
Yep.
My knees were feeling it, and it was pretty painful.
Mm-hmm.
And as tough as I wanted to pretend to be, I gave in, bought them, probably for more than what I needed to spend, but I don't think I would have made it through this week if I didn't buy them. And so
You wouldn't have, right?
again,
I mean,
no,
there's
absolutely
no
not. I said to him, I was like, and there was mornings or the evenings I was going to bed and trying to stretch, and like, I don't know if I'm gonna be getting out of this sleeping pad in the morning, because it is just painful. But all that to say, yeah, put your pride aside. They don't look cool, but I wouldn't be getting down some of these mountains and going back to the Georgia aspect. We both hiked Rocky Mountains, and rocks and elevation and decline. It was rougher than I expected, and I'm glad I got them so I could at least finish our 70-mile goal, and we did that. But yeah, they're necessary, and I'm pretty sure they saved both of us a couple times.
Oh yeah,
I remember you like fell and you were holding on to. You're like, I would have been done. Like something would have been injured here. So
yeah, I made it 70 miles without falling, and if you watch my first video, you know I fall a lot. I mean, I fell in the damn video where I was talking about this being my number one concern.
Video, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yes, trekking poles are a must, in my opinion. My third point is food. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised at this. Everyone said, when you start out, you're going to pack too much food. There's a saying that you shouldn't pack your fears. I know I packed my fears. I got rid of a lot of stuff today, right? But definitely food. We had a lot of food.
Yeah.
Left over.
I feel like someone said that right before we started out. It'll come back to me. Keep going.
So I got rid of a lot of food on this next leg. I'm either going to starve or I'm on point.
You only have two
legs.
legs.
I guess we'll find out.
You only have 2 legs.
You are such an idiot.
I know.
All right, fourth point is weather. I mean, we were extremely lucky this week. I couldn't believe we were hiking in 50, 60 degree weather in February here. We had to put sunscreen on multiple times.
We should have done it more.
Yeah. But we did have one day that it was pretty cold and it was rainy. It was our second day, right? We got up and it was pouring.
I don't know. Hair just distracted me. What were you saying?
It was rainy the second day. It was cold. I remember getting to Woody Gap and getting under that little sign and having our snack, and we were freezing.
Yeah. It was cold. You're not gonna. What we had ponchos. You had your rain gear. We all had rain and everything, and it doesn't matter. You're gonna get wet. So just
going into
my point.
I've
got a point to that.
I'm almost done, you jerk. So
good, because I didn't have anything I wanted to say.
Well, no one cares what you have to say.
Everyone cares.
So yeah, going from the first week, which is great weather, going into the second week, it's going to be raining every day. That's probably going to be a big change, and I need to focus on morale and just the positives and things like that, and hopefully I'll get better at setting up and tearing down my tent in the weather. I don't mind hiking in the weather. It's more
it's actually nice.
I mean, it's just a different feeling, right?
Yeah.
But those are my 4 big takeaways from this week. So I'm going to turn it over to Oopsy Daisy here.
Thanks, Hermie.
Hermit?
Yeah, well, I get nicknames for your nicknames. Cotton. So, cotton. So, Hermit over here told me don't bring any cotton, and pretty much everything I own is cotton. But the short of it, because I like to keep things short rather than dragging things along, we each decided, you should have a cotton shirt to be comfortable in. But I did learn after our second night, as we were washing stuff in the shower in the cabin, and I was cooking things. I said washing first, sorry. Right? Washing. Yeah. And there's no dryer. Tried all different ways, microwave and all that. Fire safety first, of course. I was drying things in the oven, and the cotton stuff was hardly dry after a long night of trying to dry it. Once that's wet, it's staying wet. So good luck with it. Don't bring anything cotton. One, it's heavy, it's bulky. I think my clothes pack was twice as big as yours and had half as much clothes as yours, and so that's probably more expensive.
Can I have a plug?
Oh yeah,
here?
sure. Interrupt me. No
Thank
problem.
you.
Yeah,
Appreciate that. I was torn on bringing a cotton T-shirt because I thought I'd like to change into it at camp and everything. I'm actually glad I brought that. It is nice to put on in the tent and sleep in.
Yep.
What?
I already said that.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, keep going. Dragging along. Maybe we'll call you a dragging along. Not dragon for short though. That's too cool. Can I keep going? All right. Shelters, not at all what I expected. I don't think what you expected. You said you didn't expect to go into
exactly
them.
what I expected.
Yeah. Well, I didn't do any prep work here. Either way, shelters. I think it's a good experience. It was kind of fun in general, but back to your comfortable with being uncomfortable. You know, we did it that night. We knew it was going to rain. We were happy the next morning, not getting our crap together in the rain. So that was nice. So unless that's the case, I don't know. It depends on, maybe you got to do it, because I had to do this to learn a lot, to realize, like, I would much rather take the time setting up my tent, tearing it down in the morning, getting everything ready, because that's mine. I get in there and I feel alone, and I can have my time.
I think you're probably used to that setting a little bit more than most people, being a fireman, because you're in bunkhouses, kind of, right? I mean, are there?
Yeah, but like a lot of them are together. We don't need to get into that. It's not lessons learned. Let's focus on.
Do they fart as much? Because there's a lot of farts in that shelter.
Anyways, getting back on topic. Sorry, folks. That's why these videos are an hour long, not 30 minutes. All right. So shelters, use them when you need them, I guess. But for us, you left early. We left early, right? Overall, and they were still pretty busy. The whole campgrounds and some of them were pretty busy. So we've realized more remote is kind of nice. Do your thing, get there when you want. We enjoy that more. So depending on what you like, though. I'm not really going in any order here. I'm talking about using your legs and your feet. This is something we talked about, and I've learned over the years doing stairs. When you're going, especially inclines, when you're going up, your tendency is to kind of use your toes and to step and push up, right? And those are usually quick few flights. When you do that for many flights or many inclines or many feet of inclines, I don't know, a long distance rather, you're going to start burning your calves, and those are your smaller muscles. We've talked to a few people, but not that you want to be flat-footed, but use your foot and get it flat and push off of that. You're going to start using your big muscles, and those things aren't going to wear out as much. You can build those muscles a lot more, and you're going to use them going uphill. So I've kind of learned that a long time ago. I feel like I'm better going uphill, than I am downhill for sure. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's because of those things. So we talked, and you can maybe talk to this. We talked about trekking poles and how to use them too. You thought you knew how to use them. I'm still learning, but it's a lot more like propulsion and pushing yourself rather than just digging in and all that. So either way, and switching muscles up. And not that I know all the, kinesiology of it, but realize what muscles you're using, and if something's getting burnt out, switch it up. Otherwise, you're gonna hurt something or want to be done. So
that's important. My Achilles was hurting the first day, and I've always, every time I go uphill, I notice my left foot. I always use my toes and the first part of my foot, and I told that to Ben, and that's when he told me about, well, you need to use your whole foot because you're using all these extra muscles that you shouldn't be using. So I was focusing on that the rest of the time, and that pain went away. So that's definitely important. As far as the trekking poles, I learned this on the last day with a guy that passed us. I was just watching how he was using his trekking poles. When you're going uphill, I was going like a skier. Like I was going up and using all this range of motion, and then I was watching him, and his poles would never leave his midsection. So when you're going uphill, you should plant them like right next to you and just kind of launch yourself off, and you'll go a lot quicker. At least I felt like I was. Yep. So.
And everyone's different, but figure out your style and what works.
And switch it up.
Switch it up is good. Yeah. Even your hand grip and all that. We've done that. We've got 3 different ways of doing it, so we'll go to Hiawassee where we're at now.
Can I get some music going here?
I had it on a repeat. Can we stop this? All right, let's redo this in a second. Thanks a lot, Bach, you dick. Oh, I just burped up. Oh, it's ribs. Oh, the Carolina barbecue.
Come on.
ready?
Yep.
Oh, good. You didn't stop it. So Hiawassee, we're here now. Not that I really knew what to expect. I've been in many small towns. Yeah. So the short of it, things we've learned: there's no Uber. There's shuttles to pretty much the trailheads. People are somewhat helpful, but they're also like, yeah, you get what you get. Small town. There's no liquor stores, which is why we're drinking wine tonight. Yeah, I had something else with that. Oh, so there's some food options and all that, but yeah, just kind of what to expect. We kind of went into it thinking like, cool, there's shuttles, you can get to wherever you need. It's like a through hiker town. There's one actual outfitter store, what you call it. It's not even the one that's called outfitter, but nothing's on sale. High price is what it is, but depending on what you want. There is a grocery store. There's a Walgreens, but does what you need, but maybe don't expect too much from it. So I think you talked about them all, but too much of the food. We gave some food away. We had way too much food. Didn't even touch. I brought pounds of food that I carried for 70 miles and didn't need to. Never touched it. I'm going to give a shout out to KT tape. I brought moleskin.
Yep.
I did that for day 1 and 2.
Yep.
And fell off, slid off. I mean, I don't know. It was bad. I had hot spots. I ended up putting stuff over a blister. We had to keep moving. But that KT tape saved me, and I had it in between toes. I had it on heels, and it was. I mean, not that saying it was my blisters or hot spots were non-existent, but I feel great right now comparatively. Otherwise, I'd be really hurting. So that really helped us out, and worked as a double. You got it to wrap up your cork.
Yeah. So my trekking poles were the cork handles were chewed up because I left them outside in a backpacking trip, and it's really uncomfortable to hold. But KT tape took care of that as well.
Yeah. I think vitamins, we talked, I don't know, everyone's different, right, what they need in their supplements, but I think vitamins were a big thing. Started taking something like figure out what you're either deficient in or what you're going to be deficient in. We talked about nutrition, not going to get into all that, I don't have some degree or huge background in it, but like you realize you're going to be burning more calories and you need to intake certain things, and sugars are great, but it's good sugars, it's good carbs, and so burn the right things if you're doing this for certain health benefits and all that. Like realize eating like crap doesn't.
Snickers work pretty good for me.
Yeah, well,
no, so I'm changing that up. I'm going to try a more healthier sugar option this next leg, so we'll see how it goes. I mean, when you're hiking,
good multivitamins probably smart.
Yeah,
maybe worth the wait. So anything you're deficient in,
it's definitely gonna be harder. Focusing on.
You mean when I'm not here?
Yeah.
Me too.
Go miss ya.
Go miss you. Are we done?
More to come?
I hope not. All right. Listen, guys. I
thought I was going. Okay, go.
My God. I was about to be honest for once.
Okay.
And I feel like it's time we need to be honest.
Okay.
We don't have trail names because we've never been on a trail. All of that was cinematography. I have never hiked a day in my life. Everything we just said was completely made up.
Have you heard of green screen?
We have been in the Hiawassee Hotel. Are we even in Hiawassee, or we just keep saying that?
I don't even know
what that is. Stuck in my head now. We've been in Vegas for the last week. I am so drunk. I don't know what just happened over the last week. But I know my mustache is straighter than it's ever been. Oh, and I've eaten so many buffets. Oh, is that the truth?
Yeah, don't listen to anything that we say.
No, we don't. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about other than my own experience. So I kind of wished there was something more related to me of like, oh, I can do some Colorado hikes and I think I know something, but I didn't know anything.
But this was your first backpack. All seriousness, this was your first backpacking experience. So what'd you think?
It was better than bringing my backpack to school in high school. That was my other backpacking experience. This is the last time I wore a backpack.
It's probably a little heavier.
This one? That book's pretty heavy.
You heard it, folks.
Oops, Daisy.
All right. Like I said, keeping this quick. Just wanted to put that out there for anyone that's prepping.
Quick would have been 30 minutes ago.
Thanks for watching. Again, please consider supporting the charity. It's probably going to be a while before I put another video out. I'm not going to have vlogging and videos affect my through hike and the experience out there, so I'm not going to be doing daily or weekly videos, but I am going to put out a video for every agent that I talked about before. So I would anticipate one video every 130 miles or so. So probably in the next week or two, you'll see the next one. Thank you again.
Greg had notes this whole time. He didn't want to show, but I will. Cheers. Cheers.
More to come.
More to come.